X amount, no time, no waste. Niggas your squad, but they weak as fuck. Pass me the AUX, blow speakers up.
I am Diamond B. Frazier, the host of the Kickback DMV, and you are at Pass the AUX. Today I have with me Chipelo.
Hey, what's up, everyone? How are you?
Good. How are you?
Low-key, I'm kind of nervous, bro. I always get nervous before performances, you know?
Okay, if I look correctly at your Instagram, you are an actual performer. Like, this goes beyond just holding a microphone and, like, you know, reciting some words. Like, you put on actual performances.
Yeah.
So how are you so nervous?
Well, I mean, you always get nervous. You know, it's like, I don't know, it's like I'm always like really chill until I actually get to the place, and I'm like, dang, you really should just set in. Like, even though I've done it a bunch of times, you know, it's like the people, like new people, all that stuff. So I don't know. But I feel like it's good because it always keeps you on your toes, so you never get used to it, right? You just like, what's it called? You don't just like zombie mode it, you know?
Mm-hmm. No, that's absolutely true, and that shows that the passion is still there. You know, it's not like you're on autopilot, like it still means something to you. Mm-hmm. Have you ever been in a position where you've been booed off of a stage?
No, I've never been in that position. I can't imagine being in that position, bro. I don't know what I would do. I'd be like, I'd probably just start cracking some jokes. I'd be so nervous, you know? Like, you know, like when you get nervous, like right now I'm smiling so much because I'm nervous. So I'd be on stage like smiling, like, dang, you know?
Yeah.
No, that's never happened.
No, that's good. That's good. And I don't think you should be, because I have heard your music, and it is like a bilingual type vibe, and I love it, and it's a lot of energy. But for someone that's never experienced your music, how would you describe it?
I would describe it as like, it's like a story. So like, there's like you, and then you're going to the club, you're getting lit, and you come home from the club, and you're sad. So it's like those two types of like really lit and also like really sad, you know? Because there's like.
Oh, wait, these are two different songs, like two different vibes.
Oh no, yeah, two different. I feel like I have two different vibes.
Okay, no, I thought the song was like excited and then sad at the end.
No, me. I have like my lit songs, also my emotional songs, you know, because there's always like, you gotta have a balance of both, you know?
Yeah, absolutely, because we're not robots. We're not always gonna be on 100, so it is nice to have different things to relate to. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna give you a couple of statements. I want you to tell me if you agree with them or you disagree with them, and then tell me why.
Okay.
All right, sounds good? Mm-hmm. All right, the first one, parents would rather invest in their child's education than in their business idea. Do you agree or disagree, and tell me why?
Oh, I mean, I agree, because I feel like, that's what my parents do. But it's just, I guess, you know, it's like how parents grew up, you know, that's how my parents grew up. They're like, you know, work all the time. And so, like, it's less risky, you know, if you invest in your education. Obviously, you know, you're still gonna make money, but sometimes the businesses don't pay off, right? You could lose everything. But when they do pay off, they do really good. So it's like a risk. And I guess they don't want, like, their child, you know, to be in that risk, to feel that, you know, losing everything.
Did you choose education in addition to music, or this is just music?
No, yeah, I'm in school right now, so I'm about to enter my senior year at Tufts University. So I'm doing both at the same time.
Okay, what are you in school for?
Majoring in business administration with a concentration in marketing.
Okay, so this is gonna aid you in your music, or you want to do something different with it?
Oh no, it's totally for my music. You know, marketing, everything I learned in class, I literally just like apply to myself.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. All right, this next statement: when you die, your spirit lives on earth. Do you agree or disagree with that?
I'm gonna say I disagree. I'm just not a religious person, so I feel like when we die, you're just
dead.
You're just dead. Yeah, nothing.
Okay.
There's no afterlife.
Okay. No, that's honest. I mean, we don't know. Some people say it lives on forever. Something. You're dead. Okay. All right. The last one. Oh, then you're not spiritual. So heaven and hell are fictional places used as a scare tactic to make people do right. Do you agree or disagree?
I mean, I disagree, because, I mean, I'm not, you know, obviously I'm not religious. I know people who aren't religious, but, you know, they're still good people. You know, I feel like even if you're not religious, right, morals are still a thing, right? Because you're a good person just because you are a good person. It doesn't matter if you're religious or not, you know? Okay.
And before you go, can you give people advice out there? Just anything that you've heard or resonates with you that you think will help other people?
Advice. I feel like a big part of advice is, I guess, this is so cliche. Actually, no, I'm gonna give one part and then another one. Okay. All right, one part someone told me is, right, when you're doing music, you gotta like think of it as like a business, right? Think of it as a brand. So build yourself, your logo, your image, all that stuff. And that's something that I didn't realize until now. I'm like, oh, I really gotta start thinking of it like a business. The other one I was gonna say is like, you know, be yourself. I would say that's so cliche, but just really like accepting who you are as a person, especially with music, right? Because maybe like whatever you write, right, it might be like, oh, I think it only applies to me. I just realized there's always someone else in the world who's experiencing like that exact same feeling, and they're gonna love that song even more because they're like, oh my gosh, they wrote it just for me. So if you're yourself in your music, like, people are gonna love it.
I love that. Wise words from Chipelo. I'm Diamond B. Frazier. You are tuned into Pass the AUX. Have a good night.